Tiana Wallace's boyfriend and baby father, right? He was recently arrested for running over a mother and a toddler.
A hit and run in Queens, I believe it was.
And
yeah, they
how
were
did that even
chasing him.
shake out?
So what happened is the big story for people is that she ended up putting up her crib in Brooklyn for his bail, and she posted $1 million bail for this.
Wow.
But
and
then
$1 million cribs in Brooklyn are hugely fucking lucrative.
Yes.
That's a business.
That's yes. So what is particularly disturbing about this is that, again, this is one of those situations where there is actually footage of it, and the footage is like some sort of, it looks like it's a traffic cam, and you see where I guess he's trying to evade the police, and he runs right into this mother and her child, and the horror. I mean, it just the absolute, like, everybody that's on the scene is just completely like just wants to help them, and it's just like, what just happened? And he just there's nothing, you can't see that. I mean, even if it was like your own mother and father, and be like, yo, I'm posting bail. I'm not posting bail for anybody after I see that. It's just crazy. Like, what did you just do?
Is it?
Did you know that you hit these people?
A Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty situation where it's like someone is so blinded by their love for another person that they can't see that this is not the situation for you to be in.
I don't even know, like, what, after seeing that footage, I don't know, like, I don't care who you are. You could be my mother and my father. If I saw that footage, I don't care who you are. I don't know what that kind of blind love is. I'm not posting no bail for somebody that did what he did. That's crazy to me. It's unimaginable. I don't know that kind of love. I don't know that kind of loyalty.
So I am, I'm a lover, not a fighter to the nth degree. Like I've been in really passionate, foolish relationships off of like, the blindest of love, right? And I think the place where I draw my line is always any kind of interpersonal violence, right? Like if I see someone commit violence against someone else, or they commit violence against me, that's like, all right, now the love is no longer blind. Now I'm forced to open my eyes to the fact that you're willing to hurt someone in the physical realm. Like, I think there are a lot of things you can overlook, but when you see someone basically prey on innocence, right? Like, because what was the charge that he was even evading?
That's the part I don't know. Yeah, I was wondering that too, because it seems like, I mean, if he was running from something that caused him, I mean, again, we know how New York streets are. New York is not, I mean, unless you're like on a real main thoroughway, like New York's not, the streets are not, the damn speed limit is 25 miles per hour. Right. That, if you're like in middle America or somewhere like that, it's not like that. New York is just so dense, and it's just not designed for people to be like booking it and doing like 50 or 60 on a residential street. It's just not, that's just not the infrastructure. Right. So it would be wild to even see that. If you were just walking like leisurely and saw that, you'd be like, yo, what's going on? Yeah. So who knows what, I mean, listen, I don't know what the situation is, but even the idea of running from the police in that way is already like, what's the charge? Like, what, did you run a stop sign?
I mean, and among Nepo babies, because that's the term that is being used, among Nepo babies, I think Tiana Wallace has actually done well for herself. Like, she had the clothing line, right? She's been as an entrepreneur. She
has the clothing line. And I remember she opened up the pizza shop in LA. And she's always like working on something. Like, you're right. Like, there's some people that are just totally like in like socialite mode, but she's always working on something. I can give her credit for that.
Right. And I think
because she had a whole storefront in Brooklyn.
I think of the rap greats who have children, who have surviving children, posthumous rap greats with surviving children, I would say that she's probably the surviving child who's doing the most with the legacy of her father's name. Like, I don't know many others who are like, I know Big Pun's son was rapping for a while. I know he's rapping under the name Chris Rivers. I know, Dame has Boogie, and I know he's kind of like been on that show and done some entrepreneurial things, but I don't know if they've done anything to the extent that Tiana Wallace has done.
Not anybody of that generation, no.
Right.
Not that I know
of. Which is a shame, because now it seems like she's going to be derailed by this situation.
This is just, man, life can change in an instant. You know, you gotta wake up and just think about the choices that you're about to make. Cause that day can go a completely different way than you ever even anticipated.
I mean, I'm really I'm sad and upset for how that situation's turned out. Like I hope the best and I hope safety and recovery for that mother and
I
toddler.
have not heard anything on their condition. I haven't read anything on their condition. That's what I'm concerned about. I hope that they're okay. You know, I don't know.